everyone, and welcome to 4funzees.
Welcome back.
I'm Mech.
I'm Johnny, and we play games for funsies.
If you couldn't tell that by the title of our channel, apparently.
All right.
So apparently an infinite fun of ideas, huh?
Infinite fun of ideas. So we're back on Persona, and it's on PlayStation 4.
You're trying to remember which version it is?
Yeah, because I don't play Persona.
Oh.
Yeah. Sleep.
I always get confused. Like, is this 4 or 5?
It's 5.
It is 5. Okay.
Oh, yes.
For
I know,
years,
I recently finished 4.
All
so.
I hear about is Persona 4. Persona 4.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 as well.
3, quite possibly.
Quite possibly.
So how's your weekend, man?
My weekend was hot. Not the good way.
No?
Power's
man.
been out for the past few.
Dude, no way.
Yeah.
So what happened? You get struck by lightning or something?
You could say that. You could also say we got struck by idiocy.
Oh, idiocy. The only thing stronger than idiocy is scratch. People make everything from scratch. It's pretty strong.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But idiocy, ooh, that can permeate even the best. So an idiot caused you to have a hot weekend.
Idiot caused me to have a hot weekend, indeed. Ew.
Out of context. Yeah.
You really came.
Stop bringing it up.
There it is. This guy's got one thing on his mind, and it's not that
Make
jacket.
sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors.
He looks like every anime character ever.
He does.
Like,
He could be Kirito.
He could be Kirito. He could be the dude from Bleach that fired the arrows.
Well,
If he had Joker's glasses.
Will Lady Han be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny?
You sent her. What?
I told you not to come out.
Oh boy. They're just not going to get off of that, are they?
Nope.
Can't we just go home?
We should look around.
Well, we did come all this way and stuff.
Man, they just won't let that go.
No, they won't. I like that jacket though. I'd wear that.
Way are we
Yeah,
supposed to
7
start?
M.
Yeah, M. Because I thought 777 for sure.
It's that old man from the other day.
It's the old man that's wearing Japanese garb
We
combined
continue to
with
be truly
scrub.
surprised by your
Kimono.
imagination.
Yep.
You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems
It's a dress.
from one person.
She kind of talks like a friend of ours.
Your inspiration come
We'll
from?
call her Dee Dee for the sake of anonymousness.
Well,
That's how Dee Dee talks. You have such expansive styles.
They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
You know,
This guy is so stereotypically,
Naturally, you
artsy.
say.
yeah, he's like,
Like a 7-year-old hipster.
Is to distance oneself from
yeah,
worldly
it's like
desires.
he's like the Shifu, you know, from Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. I need to see that movie. Do you believe I have never seen Kung Fu
You've never
Panda?
seen Kung Fu Panda?
Nah, man.
You've never seen anything, man.
Nah, I did see The Foreigner. But that doesn't matter now.
Jack.
I see. So the active empty.
So we were talking about being good at games.
Yeah, we're-
Specifically
yeah, that's
being
right.
bad at them.
Still,
Well-
to think we could hear the word shack
Yeah, man, I mean,
from the great artist
how?
Madarame.
So here's my thing, dude. Like, if you're bad at games,
I would
like,
understand if you saw it.
why?
Why not? Have you ever tried not being bad?
Yeah, like, I hate to subscribe to the get good mentality, but it's like,
I proudly subscribe to the get good mentality.
but it's like,
Madarame-san is actually here.
the phase you go through when you're bad at games should be done in private. Like, just
Yeah.
practice low key.
Opening day.
You don't have to be good at every game, but I'm more like competency. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm more on the mentality of, I mean, become a gamer. If you're not good at games, then you're not a gamer, man.
If you're good at games, find games you're good at, I guess.
That's a good way to put it.
Like, everybody's good at some sort of game, right? Whether it's board games or video games.
Yeah.
But particularly,
even sports.
yeah, but particularly, we're referring to video games because this is for funsies and we're technically a video game channel, except for our moments when we're not talking about that. But ultimately, I think the amount of like bad gamers that publicly publicize their bad gaming is
Too much?
too damn high. It's just frustrating. as a community member.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine you lived in a house, right, in a neighborhood, and the HOA is like, dude, take care of your grass, take care of your house, right? It sucked, but you got to do it. Then one guy's like, no, I'm gonna be a rebel. You're like, cool, be a rebel. But his rebellion is to not take care of his house, and his grass turns brown. And then you're like, well, that sucks, but at least it's his problem. But then it lowers the property value. So like, I feel like bad gamers lower the value of gaming because it's just like, see, look, games are stupid. I suck at this, and it's just and they're usually often the most looked at. That dude looks like a girl.
It does. Yeah. Wait, who?
The one in the blue with the blue hair.
Yeah.
See that very feminine
Ooh,
face right there.
Yeah, he does.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach. But he seems really friendly.
Sure.
Indeed.
But he rapes me. Yeah. I'm gonna sit here for now, because...
Yeah, no problem, dude. That chair is for intense gaming.
Yeah.
Oh, this is it.
It's not intense enough
Anyone
yet.
wanted to see him
Nah,
first?
not at all.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it.
I have a psychic connection.
To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a...
So what games are you bad at?
I'm bad at sports games in general.
I mean, like, give a specific.
Madden.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, literally any Madden,
Don't mind
I
me.
will absolutely be trash. And
There are
I
better
think
places than-
if I want to play devil's advocate, I can tell you why I'm bad at that game is because I don't have the patience to get good at it.
Hey!
That's a good way of putting it. My issue is that they don't explain the rules.
Well, if the rules are football, they don't explain the mechanics behind the game.
Fair enough.
So like,
yeah.
I can follow it. Like, you were playing it, I could follow it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you how to do what you're doing.
Yeah, I just want to make a quick reference to a Pro Jared video.
Okay.
Thanks to that.
There's a video he did where he did a review of Madden. It's most accurate representation I've ever seen.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
Yes,
Go on.
but yeah,
Okay.
I recommend watching that if you want to get
Oh,
an
gotcha.
idea. Wait, what about N?
Well, let's not worry about it for now.
So yeah.
Don't
so,
tell
like,
me what to do.
Madden's a tough one. I tried NBA 2K, whatever, and I did okay because it's a little more pick up and play. But
Why'd you leave without me?
like,
Shut up.
here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
You pick a genre of gaming. Let's just call it first-person shooter. Okay.
The game.
By by rights, you should be able to pick up any first-person shooter and be decent, if that's your genre, right? Whether it's
Fair enough.
Borderlands, Destiny, Call of Duty, anything with a first-person shooter element to it, you should be like, okay, I know the basics to this. And I think that goes all back to like how developers make their games. It's a lot of commonality.
Right.
You know, right trigger's always shoot. Some buttons always gonna be reload. Your duck and your jump, they're probably gonna be in some spot that is pretty intuitive. But right trigger's always shoot, no matter what, right? You're not shooting with X.
Yeah.
And so you can pick it up and eventually, you know, figure it out. But when you play a different game, like for example,
Use on top of blazers,
sports,
huh?
right trigger might not be shoot. You know,
Right.
It might be something else. So I can't walk into a sports game and be like, "Oh, this is intuitive," because it's not my genre.
Posted this.
Right.
But that's not an excuse to make me a bad gamer. I'm just unfamiliar with it. I think bad gamers don't have a genre, but they want all games to cater to that.
Yeah. See, I think there's this thing called gamer's intuition, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically this feeling that you know what to do without necessarily being told to do it.
Right.
Or at least you have the ability to figure out how to do it, or on a basic level,
Okay.
without explicitly being told. If you can't figure out what to do without while being explicitly told, you're a bad gamer.
So let me ask you this: how much of that responsibility falls on the developers, and how much does that fall on the gamers, in your opinion?
Oh,
My opinion,
actually, we just need to
it's a little
follow
both.
in reality.
Yeah, but
Um,
if you had to give me a
because-
ratio, what would it be? Percentage-wise.
mostly it's on the developer's part.
Okay.
Right. The responsibility, basically, game design is sort of a psychology. You have to get into the psychology of a gamer.
Yep.
Some people are just like,
Yeah, right.
some game designers don't have that. Mm-hmm. Some of them make just crappy games, but they do have a good grasp of game design. There's a difference there, right? Or there's sometimes it's just someone didn't pay attention to realize that they're not pressing the right. Yeah, I know, I'm being distracted. Here, maybe you should. Well, I'm talking. You should select. The,
No, if someone's watching the game, I want the game to kind of keep
Yeah.
going forward. because I'm enjoying the conversation, and
Yeah.
I'm not playing as of right now.
Yeah.
But so you say the onus 51% pretty much falls on the developers, if not higher.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
Okay.
but-
So I'm gonna take the other side and say that it falls on the gamers. Just to play devil's advocate here, and here's why.
What did you do about the whole modeling thing?
If you can't adapt to different developers breaking the status quo of what gamer intuition should be, then you're gonna have a hard time in everything. I feel like games have prepared a lot of people in this generation for some challenges in real life through critical thinking, problem solving, conflict resolution. That stuff is built into our games,
Yeah.
right? And it's non-consequential in a sense it doesn't affect real life, but if you take it for what it is at face value, it's good training to deal with real life situations, okay? So that being said, if a developer decides to switch things up, let's say gamers' intuition is always head towards the path with the most light, right? If it's a dimly lit path, the one with the light is probably where the game wants you to go. But what if the developers stopped doing that? What if they just made natural lighting and maybe the most lit up path wasn't where they wanted you to go? A la Stanley Parable or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So now, as a gamer, you gotta challenge yourself to say, hey, you know what? Let me try something different that goes against my intuition. And I think that's on the gamer to find a good experience in that. Now, sometimes the execution on that side it has a bigger chance to be poorly done than vice versa.
I think you're. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like, okay, like to give an example. A lot of people like absolutely hated Star Fox Zero because it required them to do things that they're not used to.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, like that's one of my biggest criticisms of other people who reviewed it with that perspective. Everyone was like, ugh, I have to use a control scheme I'm not used to.
So let me ask you something. Would that make them bad gamers? To get back to the point, would that make them bad gamers, in your opinion? Because I have an opinion on that.
I would say yes,
Same here. I agree.
in the sense that they're not willing to adapt.
Yep.
There's a difference between not being willing to adapt and refusing to adapt.
Really?
No, wait, those are the same thing. There's
They
a
sound
difference
awfully
between-
synonymous.
Okay, let me take that back. There's a difference between refusing to adapt and having difficulty adapting.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Do you know who created? I wasn't paying attention.
Do you know who created the piece that sold for the highest price back in 20th century?
Madarame?
Madarame.
I want to say.
Hold on a second.
I want to say Picasso.
Let me think about that. Oh, well, I guess there we go. Looks like it's Van Gogh. Unless the whole community trolled you, which I doubt they did.
Let's see. Yeah, whatever. All right. So yeah, what were you gonna say?
I kind of forgot.
Something about bad gamers in Star Fox.
Right. So I feel like you hit the nail on the head. You know, if I'm unable to adapt, because it's just beyond me, that doesn't make me a bad gamer. But if I refuse to or have a hard time doing it, and then that leads me to my refusal, I would say that makes you a bad gamer, because in a sense where you're basically telling developers, look, man, don't challenge me, or only challenge me within what I'm good at. And as a gamer, part of the fun, and again, this is strictly an opinion, is the challenge of something new. Like, I played Destiny 2, and then I come play Persona. I don't expect them to have the same mechanics or anything like that, right? And you wouldn't. They're two very different genres of gaming. But if I play Call of Duty, and then I go to play Destiny,
Right.
a bad gamer would be like, well, I don't like Destiny because it takes me too long to kill somebody. Well, it's a different game in the same genre. So adapt.
Yeah.
It's not like they made Destiny a racing game, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I don't know how to drive cars. That'd be unrealistic. So I feel like a lot of gamers, they compare apples to oranges and be like, this isn't what I like. Or they'll take old rotten apples and compare them to new ones and be like, why aren't you rotten? I'm so comfortable with this rotten apple. I've had it for years.
Yeah.
Hey,
Saw that coming. You too. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh, wow. That was
That was
pretty
brutal.
hardcore.
Yes. I wish that part of me kind of wish that they gave me the ability to actually button mash for
if that was like an emote, like
yeah,
just harass the cat. Shibuya Cho.
yeah. Oh, I should really say, recently I've been getting like really nostalgic to play like some Wii Sports or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's your opinion on that?
I never owned a Nintendo system, so I don't have that nostalgia.
I know that, but I mean, like, are you down for playing it?
I mean, I don't really know what it consists of.
It's literally just like tennis and stuff.
Oh,
okay. It's basically the Wii hardware demo.
I'd be down if we had like a group of our fellow 4funzees.
For real?
Let's see, what kind of Phantom Thief takes the train? Yeah. By the way, I actually have not gotten to this part in my personal playthrough. Bad on me, I guess. But
Nah, considering the circumstances, it's not bad on you, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
We get to share this with our audience. By the way, I'm gonna throw this in here mid game. If you like what you're seeing, definitely leave us a comment, leave us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. For those that have already done so, thank you, and keep the feedback coming. It really helps, and it really gives us the motivation to do what we're doing. This is a labor of love and for fun.
in Z.
Fun and Z, baby. Next time on 4funzees.
You know, now I'm gonna have to edit that in.
What?
Be like next time on 4funzees.
So, what do you think breeds bad gamer mentality?
Game journalists.
Oh, we're going there. Okay.
Yeah, there's a reason like game journalists like heavy narrative
Uh-huh.
game because they don't know how to play anything else.
So you're saying that game journalists, what, they're not adept at games and they call games bad? Or what do you mean?
I think they defend average. They defend the average. That's the thing.
Okay.
Right. Like I'm trying to think. Like I wouldn't like they expect they praise games that have more narrative focus because it's easier for them to
Follow?
yeah, it's easier for them to display their actual abilities.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, that was fast.
Kamashita,
Oh, that's not him.
former Olympian, teacher at Shujin Academy. Reason for turning himself in is a heavy conscience, huh?
Is that uncommon
Doesn't
for people?
change that easily, let alone their natural temperament.
I mean, it's pretty common for like people that accidentally go crazy and kill someone to turn themselves in, or not even bother to try to hide evidence or anything.
Yeah, I think murder based on insanity, I don't think there's really a motive behind the actual act, like to be like, I'm gonna hide now.
Yeah.
That requires a level of planning and sanity, you know?
Yeah.
If I'm insane, that is my alibi. I was like, yeah, I killed him, but I was going crazy
Yeah.
at the time.
Well, we're at Madarame's apartment now, so why don't we continue this conversation on the next episode?
That sounds like a good plan, man.
Or not at all. We're probably going to forget.
Whatever.
In the meantime. But, in the meantime, like
It's
Johnny
been
said
fun.
earlier,
If
it's
you,
been fun.
If you want to jump into conversation, we'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on bad gamers, and is it the gamer developers' fault? Is it that we're spoiled? Who knows? I'd love to hear from you.
Is it the game journalists that can't play Cuphead? Who knows?
So we're just going all the way in here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Whatever.
We're just
I
gonna
got
fire
your back,
shots
homie.
everywhere.
I got your back, homie. That's what we do, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I hate saying all that crap, but as always, your viewership is what's most appreciated. And yeah,
Bye.
enjoy.
Have a pleasant day.